longer you try to date someone or you try to get into a situationship with someone and you do not have all of your goals accomplished, or at least at the halfway mark, for to have your basis, which is a car, a place to stay, and at least savings account with at least $1,000, I say, okay? Then you are delaying your process. See, a lot of people are distractions. It's going to be very few and rare where you're going to meet people that they're going to push you towards your goals and actually want to see you succeed, okay? Most people are just going to suck your energy. Let's go out on dates. Let's go out to eat. Let's party. Let's go get dinner. When you know you need to figure out how to make some more money. You need to figure out, where am I going to stay? You need to figure out, how can I stop living check to check? So
what is good? It is your man here, the Todd Voice, back with another YouTube video. Another one about relationships, y'all. I love this topic, and I'm really just trying to pick the brains and see where people are going with this, because I don't see a future for families if it continues like this. But let's see what the people have to say.
Just some things for those other people dating in their 30s and male, female, everyone in between, and maybe some of you can relate to this experience, and maybe it can be hopefully positive and uplifting, because it doesn't have to be a scary thing. So I reached a point toward the end of last year where I just felt super burnt out and exhausted. I felt like for however long, I've been putting myself out there consistently, and I'm not someone, for those who know me, they laugh because I don't like small talk. So going on dates,
I do not like small talk. Small talk is how you get to know a person, but it's his life. I understand what's this.
Go deep pretty quick, and I try to, especially with someone with trying to date with intention. The conversations aren't about the weather. They are very substantive combos, and they've all been really good over the years. But
the problem is, you need the BS conversations. You need to be able to laugh and not be so serious, and have a good time, and not let the burdens of the world weigh on you in your relationship. When you bring that, it's going to be a bad situation. You're just too serious for me. But some people need it that way. It
just got to a point where I feel I was putting myself out there, and I was exhausted. I didn't have it in me anymore. And even if I came across something that was really good, or potentially just had a lot of just potential, I just didn't have it in me. The energy and the output that I know the other person deserves was not there, and I knew I was just completely burnt. And I feel towards the end of last year, it was it just shut down. Got sick, run down, mentally exhausted. I'd be at yoga and yin class and just feel panic and all these voices in my head. Everything in my life was telling me to slow down and to just pause.
You gotta listen to what your body tells you, that's for sure. If you're getting sick behind things, then you really need to just chill and take some time off. But you're in yoga and you're having anxiety. Isn't that the place you're not supposed to have it? Man, that's tough.
And to take a step back. And I never really had done that. I would do it for a week or two, or maybe a couple weeks, but then I'd feel this urge to want to put myself out there again. Mm-hmm. Maybe that was the season of life that I was in, but I think, it got to a point where I was no more. I need to blow this all up, burn the ships, pull myself out completely. And I'm honestly really glad I did. I hit a really, really low point. It was very dark. I had some dark thoughts and some dark nights, and it wasn't good. But let me tell you, since deciding to consciously delete all the apps, I was only on Hinge, but delete the app, pull out completely, and just get it out of my psyche.
This is what I'm talking about exactly right here. You said it. Delete the apps. Delete the apps. That's the problem. You're in competition with the world, my man. You're in competition with the world. Everybody is on the app. Or not everybody, but you understand what I mean. That's the derelicts. That's the extras. That's the people who can't find it outside because they can't use their voices or their personalities to be more than what they are on the inside and on these computers. You got to get out there. I'm telling you, you have to get out there. It is so important to get out and meet people. But when you're working backwards, like luckily from my age standpoint, I was here before we had all of this. And to the people that were here before we had all of this, they understand that there's more to life than what you're seeing on the screen. I couldn't even imagine. I can't even think. I'm trying to think of it right now. I can't imagine what it would be like to have grown up with only digital engagement. You had schooling, but you got to understand there's some people that go to school, homeschool. They don't get to interact with people. You gotta know what breath smells like. You gotta know when somebody's doing something crazy, a BO is right next to you. You gotta understand these things, and they'll mess you up when you get out into the world and you see them and you don't understand them. You're spending time trying to unpack things when you need to just be living. That's what I'm saying. Let's see what else people have to say.
For me, like I wake up, I feel refreshed. Yeah. I feel like a weight is off.
Well, let's see what some of the comments are like here to see if people are really about this. And this, I think this guy's in Atlanta. I'm not sure. His name is Hey, it's Antonio. What's up, Antonio? Make sure you guys give him a like, follow, subscribe, whatever you want to do. But if this is what you're feeling, if you feel like you're in the same boat. So this is what we got here. I'm taking a break too. It's just an emotional break. Be careful. Been dating myself for almost 2 years now. It's addictive from Sierra. That right there is the truth. You can get used to being in the house. You can get really used to being by yourself and just making friends. And if that's what you want, that's fine. But if you want love and you want family, you have to do the other thing. You have to do the other thing. You have to get out there. You have to meet people, but you got to do it when you're young too. Don't wait till you're old. You can find love when you're old, I'm sure, but if you really want to lock it in and lock it down, do it while you're young and let it happen that way, because I think you can build a better relationship, honestly, but who am I to speak? I'm 33 and not sure if I'll ever be ready to date again. If when I am, the apps are a no-go for me. The apps, I'm telling you, I met all my previous partners through new friends. I think that's the key, not seeking out dates. 100% whoever said that one, that's Monstera. Yeah. All right, let's see what else we got here.
Giving up on finding love has been one of the most liberating things I have ever done. When I talk to my friends and I tell them it's been 6 months since I've even entertained a conversation with a man and that I have given up on finding love completely, I've given up all hope of getting married, I've given up all hope of finding a partner, the immediate reaction is one of sadness. Like they say things like, oh, don't say that, don't say that. Like, you never know, wow, this is so sad. And I have to explain to them, no. What is sad is sitting around waiting to start your life because you are so focused on finding a partner. What is sad is feeling let down and dejected every time you go on a date or every time a relationship doesn't work out because this thing that you think you want so bad isn't happening and it's not in your control. What is sad is feeling like you're waiting on certain things because you don't want to do them yet, because you want to do it with your husband or with a partner. What is sad is consistently going out, hoping to meet a man and just not meeting anybody. And when you finally decide,
what's sad is waiting too long to make it happen. Can't wait till your 30s, late 20s. You need to lock it in early. I'm trying to tell you if you want. I'm trying to tell you.
You know what? My life is gonna be great with this or without this.
At this point, it has to be, man. At this point, it has to be. You're in the settle mode, and you say, "I'm not gonna settle," but yeah, you settle for that.
It frees up so much space in your mind. I did not realize how much of my mental and emotional state was occupied by men. Whether it be a man that I am actively dating, whether it be a man that I am trying to date.
What I'm learning at an older age is you need to occupy yourself with other people. You really do. To say the mind is a terrible thing to waste and there's nothing in there but your thoughts. And if you're stuck in there with your thoughts, believe me, it gets pretty dark. It gets pretty dark. You think it's gonna be so much greater. Oh, I get so much time to do this, and all you start doing is thinking, and you rarely think about the future. A lot of times you're thinking about the past. It attacks you, I'm telling you.
Whether it be trying to meet one, whether it be going to specific events, this, that, and the third. Since giving up on love, and I know it sounds sad, this is why it is so liberating, because since giving up on love, I have seen more friends in the last 6 months than I ever.
What do you do when those friends find people and they take off and you don't get to see them anymore? I'm telling you, when you're young, you think it's gonna be forever. This situation right here is gonna last forever, and no, you're gonna grow. They're gonna have children. They're gonna go off and do their thing, and you're gonna be sitting there in your head, in your house, by yourself.
Because now I have more time. Because my time is not being taken up by dates, phone conversations. I have had more peace. I have had more mental capacity. I have had deeper connections with my friends, with new friends. I've made new relationships, and I'm not somebody that completely ignores my friends when I get a relationship. Like, obviously, they gotta, I can't see them as much because I gotta see my man, so obviously I'm balancing the two, but I think I've done, at least in my adult years, a decent job of managing the two, but the reality is there's only so much time in the day. I can just spend my time building deeper connections with my friends, exploring more of my passions that I don't have time to do when I am dating somebody, and focusing on me, my growth, and my career. And
your growth in your career, that's gonna happen anyway. Focusing on friends, they're only there temporarily. You think your friends will last forever. They don't. But she's growing through it. And I hope it all works out for her. And I hope all this works out, because I think that it's a sad reality that people have really just given up on love, and there's so much out there that you can accomplish with it. I mean, I remember some of the best times I've had in my life that I remember were with my partner. I mean, of course, I've had great times by myself, but it's so much better to do it with somebody else, with a family. Only thing I tell you right now, for me, being my age, being single, not having any children, the only thing I kind of wish now, and there's reasons why I didn't do these things, mostly because I never found the partner that I thought was suitable to have kids with, which a lot had to do with me also. I'm not only putting on the person, but at this point in my life, what else do I have? Like at this point, I'm supposed to be watching my kids grow, watching my kids do things. I'm watching my sister do it. I'm watching my brother do it. I'm not doing it. And I'm telling you, you don't want to get here. You don't want to get here unless by yourself is really what you love. Something else. It's cool and all to say, oh yeah, I can go do all this stuff. I can do whatever I want to when I feel like, and all this kind of stuff. But really, what's your legacy? What's the legacy? What's the legacy you leave? You leave money, can't leave. I mean, you can leave property, but somebody else is going to own it eventually. You got to leave your legacy, man. You got to leave your legacy. And it's going to be a lot of legacy-less people coming in the future.
It's not to say that if you're dating,
that's sad to me. That's sad.
All right, guys. So
see what my boy got to say here.
This is why I'm done dating. Okay? Because the first one took off. So this one isn't as wild as, dating out thing. But listen, man, I feel like one of the fundamental things that's important when trying to get to know someone is communication.
Yeah, and I can't hear you, bro, so our communication's done.
It's been about 1.5 years since I stopped sprinkle dating. I had a long-term SD for about almost 8 years on and off, and it was just such a tumultuous relationship. I didn't want to.
SD is that sugar daddy? Oh, let's look at this.
Sprinkle date anymore. Since then, I still used Shira Seven's tactics when it came to dating, but just less money-oriented side of things. And I ended up in a relationship for for almost 9 months or something like that, and that got pretty rocky. And and like going to date someone that has a lot of money to somebody who makes a good amount of money, you know, it's a huge difference, especially when it comes to like shopping and bills and things like that. But after that, I don't know why I stopped sprinkle dating. Like, I'm out of my mind. It was a really bad idea to stop listening to Shira Steven. It's not that I stopped, it was just like, oh, I had such a horrible, you know, experience with sprinkle dating because I'd done it for so long, and I was doing it before she even came out with her videos. Like, I was just tired of it completely. But now it continues to come back to me, and like, it just, like, her tactics just make sense. So don't stop doing it. Even if you're like me, you've had enough, and you had 8 years of it, like, you spent all of your 20s and it just felt like, oh my gosh, this is such a waste of time, even though this man is very successful, and then this guy, he like does, you know, whatever. It just became like, you know, I just got exhausted from it. But you know what, like, if I really would have listened to her and stuck to her tactics, I probably wouldn't be in the situation that I led myself back into. So I'm gonna say, don't stop using her.
I wonder what that situation is. Probably being broke, not having as much money in her pocket, and being able to fund things that she wants. This is the life you're living, and let's look at some of these comments. Let's look at the comments on this one. I gotta say, I'm 39. I've been sprinkle dating since 19. Sometimes I want to give up and just date someone average. But girl, you're so right. Ultimately, just focusing on yourself, the one who is supposed to be in your life. It's not worth lowering your standards. Always sprinkle date. I don't care what anyone says. Oldest profession. What is? Come on. I refuse to date anyone who doesn't have money. Been there and done that, not anymore. Money is truly a waste of time. Where did you meet people who did? I think people don't understand if you're using Shira's advice is to listen to her, to invest in yourself. If you have a man who is generous, don't buy a 10K Chanel bag, but that money in a tooth family. They probably meant that money in the family, which I forget. You can have bad relationships with anyone, no matter their income. I think she's really just focusing on women's well-being. Shira's always right. Hey, for the people that need that, hey, y'all need to hook up with Shira and see if she can get you where you're trying to go if you're trying to money date. That's for sure.
Hey, that's why that's why in this life, you take somebody, girl. You know what I mean? Because to be honest with you, I'm seeing this girl now, and I think she's cheating. Because she normally comes see me 4 days out of the week. Now she cut it down to 1. You know what I mean? And when she comes round, she don't want to give me any. She tell me, oh, she's tired and she's this and that. You know what I mean? I'm here waiting on her. She's supposed to finish work from 4 o'clock. Now it's 6. It's 6. 7 minutes to 6. And she always told me, oh, I'm working late sometime when I can't come and this and that. You know what I mean? And she live alone. You know what I mean? The last time she gave me a bit of sex, the pum-pum wasn't the way I left it. You know what I mean? Because obviously when you haven't had, when a woman haven't had intercourse for a while, you know, the glamity start getting back tight, you know. Everything start locking back up. You know, it's like reverting to a newborn virgin, you know. So she came the last time and I couldn't fit. I could fit, but I was all over the place. You know what I mean? I was going left, right, up, down, east, west, north.
My man said the poom poom is stretched out and it ain't the same.
So I was all over the place. You know what I mean? So the time before, I was just going center and I could feel the edges. I could feel the roof. I could feel the ground. I could feel the flooring, you know. But this time now, it's just not the same. You know what I mean? And when she came,
comedy?
She was lying on her back. She wasn't doing much. You know what I mean? It's like me laying with the dead, having a go with somebody that don't have life, you know. And I'm trying to get a bit, you know, You know what I mean? She's laying there like a dead body. You know what I mean? No, nothing. Not even her nipples. Them. Normally in doing a bit of umpty pumpty. the woman nipple them or up and all that kind of thing, you know. It's nothing at all. Nipple them flat. I don't understand how can nipple be flat, but nipples was flat. I hope TikTok don't ban me for this, because TikTok like to ban me about my videos. You know, so I'm thinking when a woman cheat and you take her and have her for yourself, I think she's always gonna be cheating. You know, because this is what I'm getting. The second time I got a girl, and
I was just about to say this. My managers used to cheat us. I'm so sorry, my brother, my island man brother. I'm so sorry for what's happening to you, but if this is a comedy, just leave her alone, please. Leave her alone.
I recently decided I'm going to stop dating, and I realized today that I'm really sad about this decision. I'm not sad about the decision itself. I'm sad that I got to the point where I feel like I needed to make this decision. I've been saying for a while, like, maybe I should take a break. Maybe I should take a break from dating, because it's very time consuming and it is a little bit of an emotional roller coaster. But I was never actually able to bring myself to stop. One of the things I liked most about myself, and the reason why I kept going on dates and kept getting so excited and kept being so hopeful, was that no matter how many times I had been let down in the past, I never let that taint my excitement over the possibility of something new. Every time I met a new guy, I was just as excited as if I had never been on a date before in my life. I've always...
I'm with you there. It is so exciting to be able to go out and have a good time, but I understand that this, you know, in this juncture of our lives, things are a bit expensive, so you can't do that all the damn time. But, you know, when you meet somebody and lock it in, and I'm not talking about meeting somebody every other day or every other week or whatever, but when you meet somebody and you're able to do things, you guys can have a mutual relationship and mutual respect and share the same ideas and have fun together and things like that. It all means something more than anything. It all means, it means so much. I'm telling you it could, but it's tough to lock in that right one, I guess.
As like a fun, exciting thing, a new realm of possibilities. Like that Steve Carell clip from The Office, like that's really how I felt. I would just be sitting there like, wow, Kayla, I can't believe you're excited over this. Again, you know how this is gonna end. You know you're not gonna like him. You know he's gonna fall flat on his face, fall short of his expectations, and yet you're still excited and you're still open and you're still interested in exploring the possibility that maybe he's gonna be better than everybody else. And this is not to trash anyone that I've dated recently. I'm speaking on the dating pool in general. It is just so disappointing to consistently meet men who seem promising, seem like they have a good personality, they're attractive, and then you get to know them and they just really have nothing going for themselves. And if they do, they just don't really know how to treat a woman, or they're not really looking for a serious relationship. In any case, it's just a lot of disappointment.
Yeah, that is disappointing. Like I always say, the thing about the internet, she's probably meeting these people online. The thing about the internet is that you kind of make the person yourself. You know, it's kind of like build a relationship to where you say, okay, say I see her. I'm like, okay, I'm scrolling through whatever I'm scrolling through, bam, 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 bam. I see her. Oh, she has a nice personality. She has the things that I look for in a woman. In my head, I've already made up the story. I've already made it up. She should be like this, she should do this, whatever nonsense I've got going on at the time and what I like. Then she gets there and she's herself and she's not what I've made her to be in my head. Then what? Now I'm disappointed. Now I'm not so happy. I remember I did that once too when I was internet dating. I met this African woman, sweetheart. She was a sweetheart, very nice. And I met her on, how did I meet this woman? I met her on some site, I don't know. And we hung out, went to the beach, and this was upwards of maybe 10, 12, 13 years ago. We went to the beach, went to Santa Monica, hung out. This is when there was a lot less homeless out there too. And when the whole time I'm thinking about, before I met her, the whole time I'm thinking, I'm not gonna like this girl. I'm not gonna like her. I'm just thinking in my head, like, I don't even think I'm gonna like her. I don't know why Then we went out and I met her and it was a wonderful time. Now, there was one problem. She had stinky breath and that turned me off and that kind of ended the things for us. But she was a wonderful person. But that goes to show you right there, you gotta meet people in the wild because you never know. If I would have met her in the wild, I would have said, hey, what's your name? Nice to meet you, blah, blah, the whole things. And I would have smelt that breath right away and we wouldn't have went any further. But
also very time consuming, and I didn't realize how time consuming and how much of a burden dating was in my life.
What are you gonna do with your time besides really hang out, do the little things? You're basically going to do all the things you would have done anyway, just without a partner or with a partner. That's the only difference. Unless you meet somebody that's trying to lock you down, like you can't go nowhere and all this. In that case, yeah, get the hell out of there. Let's see. Let's look at one more.
I made the decision 2 days ago to stop dating for the entire summer. My hair is wet, don't mind it. And it's been great, and I encourage anyone who has been feeling shitty and doesn't think dating works anymore to just stop. I feel like my energy is returning, my glow is returning. I'm ready to have like an actual hot girl single summer. I have not had a single summer in many years.
Like, what is so out there that's so much better? I'm wondering, like, and what is happening in these relationships that's dragging people down so much? Good Lord. Like, what is happening? I mean, is it better to not have relationships? The way these people come on here looking like they didn't glowed up. Relationship over, I'm a whole new person. I think it's just the excitement of getting back out there. And then once you get out there and you realize like the world is still the same. The people are the same. You're just switching energies to another person who's gonna give you the same energies back that the last person did. You might as well stay with the last person because at least you knew who they was and you didn't have to change story. I don't know.
I've always been tied up in some kind of something with some man. So yeah, this summer it's about me. I'm gonna do things I like to do, focus on being my best self.
I can't be mad at that.
And I'm so excited, honestly. So I hope this helps someone.
There you go. Let's look at the comments, and I'm gonna end it with this one. I think I'm seeing a couple things here that I want to check out. She doesn't have a lot of people following her, but she's letting her, you know what I'm saying? She's putting her life out there, so I commend that. This is Allison Katrina. Give her a follow if you want to know more about what's going on with her hot girl summer and her business. But she's saying right here, she only has a couple comments, but I'm putting 100% of my efforts into myself and my business. Nothing wrong with that. Charlie Rock Z9 says, A, it's not even summer yet. A. B, what a weird topic to encourage one action or the other. Live and let live. Let's see what the response was. Okay. There you go. Always good to take a breath from mentally depleted things. I need to get my reading right. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. These aren't my reading glasses. These are my Metas. They're for far seeing and driving. Next time I'm getting bifocals like I did before because I can just look down and see stuff a little bit better. But hey, to those who wear glasses, you know, yeah, get some bifocals when you get older. So always good to take a break from mentally depleting things. Yeah, it really is. So I'm gonna end it with this one, y'all. Where do we go from here, y'all? Where do we go from here is the question. Poom's weird. Dating's weird. It's all weird. So I think you better find love where you can. But like I say, you should have locked that thing a lot earlier. But I guess that doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be any better. So I don't know. Dating is just so weird, y'all. It's so strange, but I think it can be done still. Get out there, have a good time. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to the Music Soul Child concert. When is it? I just bought my tickets. May 29th? I have to look at the ticket again. But it's a Music Soul Child concert coming up in Anaheim. I'm going to it. Let me know if you're there. If you just happen to be in Los Angeles and you like Music Soul Child, go to this concert and holla at your boy when you're there so we can talk and listen to some of this good music, especially if you're a lady. So, anyway, so that's where I'll be later this month. I also got a race coming up later this month, so that should be good. But I'm gonna do another, this topic, I'm digging it. I'm gonna do another one and I'll let you know when I do it. Hopefully you're subscribed. Hopefully you've got the like button thing going and you hit the little bell if you want to see some more of what I'm doing. I guess that's what the YouTube people told me to do when I was watching them. So I'm gonna tell you to do it too. Hopefully you will. Hopefully you enjoy what I'm doing here and some of this. I'm gonna do more things. It's not always gonna be about relationships, but this topic is something else. It's something else. And I think it has a lot to do with where the world is going. So we gotta take care of each other. We gotta take care of our mentals, whether it's being single for the summer, hot girl style, or meeting somebody and having a great time. I'm trying to meet somebody and have a great time personally. I've been single for the summers. I'm done with that. I'll be out there, so it doesn't matter. It's been wonderful, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Y'all have a blessed one. See you in the next one.